Hey guys, this is Ilona from Glam Attack, and today we'll be taking a look at the Skullcandy Crusher Evo headphones. Here to help me is Tease.
Hey there.
Now I know Tease really loves his bass, so I'm curious to see if the Crusher Evo will get a stamp of approval. But for a quick reference, let's take a look at the evolution of the Crusher, because I have to say that Skullcandy has come a really long way when it comes to their bass headphone. So first was the original Crusher, which was a step in the right direction, but it wasn't quite there yet. Unfortunately, the bass sounded a little bit almost like a rubber band or something being flicked. And there was also an issue with the fit, as the original Crusher wasn't really ideal for people with bigger heads, which is fine for me, but not so much for Tease here.
Yeah, I might not have the smallest head, but it's not as huge as Ilona implies. So yeah, the first Crushers weren't ideal for my size head, and that was the main reason I didn't buy those headphones. Then came the Crusher 360s. The 360s actually upped its game by a fair amount. The build quality was a lot better. The sensory bass was a big step up from the first Crusher. It felt like an actual bass, as if you were in a room with massive speakers. And most importantly, they actually fit. After the 360s came the Crusher ANCs. The ANC is a more premium model, and the main difference with the 360s is that they've added an active noise cancellation and an ambient mode. The ambient mode is nice for when you're riding a bike, so you can still hear what's going on around you, since it filters out certain frequencies but lets you hear others.
So the Skullcandy Crusher Evo is the latest version of the bass headphone, and although cheaper, it actually has a better build than the more premium ANC. But alright, let's take a look at the actual headphone. So this is the Skullcandy Crusher Evo. On this side you have your usual playback controls, and this middle button you can actually use to pause and play your music, but also to pick up phone calls, and even to summon your favorite assistant like Siri or Google Assistant, even Cortana if that's your poison. But as I said, these headphones are all about that bass, and that's where this nifty slider comes in. So I personally don't like really heavy bass, so when I listen to my music, I'll probably have the slider up till here in the lower regions. But yeah, if you really want to engulf yourself with all that sensory bass, you can put it all the way up here. And obviously I have tried it on the highest setting, and I have to say that I'm quite impressed by the sheer power that this, well, relatively small device has to offer. But it's hard to explain exactly how it feels when that bass hits you, so we asked some unsuspecting friends to test the Evo Crusher for the first time and filmed it.
So I've used these headphones by Skullcandy now for a week, and I have to say I'm really impressed. I do a lot of audio editing, and normally I wear these studio headphones. These are made by Audio Technica. I buy these because they actually, the representation of the sound is a lot better than general normal headphones. And although the Crushers are not made to do that specifically, the sound on them is pretty good. Another important thing is that these headphones are comfortable, and that's definitely something I can vouch for with these Skullcandies. There were a few times where I simply forgot that I had these headphones on. I also have to say that the build quality is good. I accidentally dropped them a couple of times and you can't even see a scratch on them. The fit is great and the finish is awesome. I love the sweat on top, and I'd make these my daily headphones for sure. So I wore them for a week, and one of the specs is that they should have a battery life of 40 hours. And even though I didn't time it precisely, it feels accurate. Also, the quick charge does what it's supposed to do, and if you charge them for 10 minutes, it gives you 4 hours of listening.
Talking about the specs, obviously the headphones have a built-in mic to take your calls on the go, but there's also built-in tile finding technology, and for those of you who don't know, tiles are these little trackers you can attach to your keychain. And so when you lose your keys, you can find them again with your phone, or you can use the tiles to find your phone if you lose that. Another thing is the accompanying app with a personal sound feature. You can take a quick real-time test to create a personal sound profile, and with that, the headphones are able to adjust the sound volume and the levels according to your specifications and your preferences. Now also, if you're working out and getting all sweaty, don't sweat, because these headphones are sweat-proof. Don't go swimming with them though. And last but not least, the headphones come with this really high quality pouch you can use to carry them around or just store them in. And also, this is not waterproof, so no swimming with this one either. So yeah, overall the Skullcandy Crusher Evo is great if you love bass, and we would definitely recommend it if you want to feel those deep tones.
Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more interesting tech, check out glamourtech.com or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.